Hi guys, Marco with Higgins Energy here again today to go over a new cleaning. Today we will be reviewing our Lopi Deerfield pellet stove made by Travis Industries. This video will also apply to all the Travis Industries Lopi stoves that we carry, which would also include the AGP freestander and the AGP insert, the all-grade pellet stoves we have. But this is the Lopi Deerfield, like I said. We will be starting with our basic brush and a scraper. For more detailed version of tools you may need for cleaning, just click the link below and we'll go over that for you. So let's get into it. First and foremost, the glass. You always want to clean the glass with either an approved cleaning product, something like this, a wood stove cleaner. Otherwise, you could just do water dipped in the ash. Ash is abrasive and corrosive, so it will clean that up. You never want to use any product that has ammonia in it, so if you're sponsored by Windex, you need to use it, just make sure it's the non-ammonia kind. So getting into it, first get your paintbrush. You have a metal baffle on top and the sides. You just want to get your paintbrush and get all the ash and soot off of everywhere you can. Once you have that, in front of your burn pot, which is where all the pellets come out, you will be able to remove this cage. This prevents all the pellets from overflowing and falling down. You're then going to grab your handy dandy scraper tool and you want to scrape this down as good as you can, get any carbon buildup, any pellet clinkers out of there. That way there is proper airflow coming through that burn pot and able to keep that fire going all winter long. All right. On that burn pot, there's going to be a clip that actually holds that in there. To really get at it best, I take the bottom, open it up, I'll remove that ash pan, and then put it right in there. Just a little clip that holds it in. The smaller side always faces you in the front when you put it back. Then the burn pot comes right out. So you actually have the burn pot in hand. You can see under it, you get your vacuum in there, get all the soot and ash out of there. That's also where your igniter is housed. So in order for the fire to be able to start, you need fuel, airflow, temperature. Fuel is the pellets. Temperature comes from the igniter, so you need that proper airflow in there. That's why it's probably one of the most important things you could do is to scrape this burn pot and clean all that ash and soot buildup that's in there. Once you do that, you could put it to the side. Now it's time to get these baffles out. I always start with the top. It kind of just sits in there and it'll come right out. Then you choose either left or right. You gotta kind of lift up on it a little bit. And then I always think of it like opening up a book page. You just kind of move it in, take it out. The whole time while you're doing it, clean off all the ash and soot as you can in here. Have the vacuum going. It does get pretty dirty doing this sometimes. We'll take that left side out. And when I put things down, I always try and put them down methodically, so that way it's kind of easy to know where things go back. This back panel, you're going to want to have the top start coming forward first and lift it on an angle. Then you get that out of there. Now you have access to the entire stove body, to the top. You get your brush, you clean off as much as you can. Like I said, you want to get around that burn pot, you want to get in the burn pot, but you want all the ash and soot off of all the sides and the top air tubes. How your stove heats the room is cold air passes through the unit, blows out of the top, the flame hits the top air tubes, heats them up, so you feel warm air. If ash and soot build up on that, ash and soot are excellent insulators, so you might actually walk through if you never clean it and think that your stove's blowing cool air at you. What the reason probably is you just have too much buildup on there and you need to really clean this top good. So get that cleaned up and you're good to go. Once everything is all clean to your approval, you start putting things back. Just reverse, start with the back. The sides, doesn't matter which one you do first. On the bottom, where these panels go, there are little cutouts. So on the bottom of each panel, you'll see a cutout right here. Those just place right in those holes. So as long as you're lining everything up with the holes, you cannot mess this up. They made it Marco proof, as I like to call it. There's always one that's got to get in there. Holes, and there you go. This is the last piece that goes back in there. It will have a little curve to it. You always want the lip facing upwards. If it's facing downwards, it's going in the wrong way. It could create airflow problems. You could end up getting errors and the stove doesn't run correctly or light correctly, so make sure that lip is facing up. And then same thing, you just fit it in the little holes it goes into. You are good to go. Next part will be the bottom half where the ash pan resides. So I try to leave the ash pan in there as much as I can, so when I'm brushing everything down it falls in there. Just gives you something easy to dump later. Once it is out though, there will be a panel back here that's actually covering your combustion fan. It is held in by a wing nut, so you loosen the wing nut, take it off. And now you have this panel off. That gives you access to the back combustion fan and all this area back here. Again, just get your brush, get all the ash and soot out of here, anything you can to clean it up. I also I have an electronic version, but you could get the cans of air that they sell to clean like keyboards. And I use that and I'll blow back here as well, just because you're not able to get 100% of everything with the brush. So, you know, having something to back up and kind of clean a little bit with the air in the vacuum is very helpful in my opinion. If you ever have any thick solid buildup, creosote or anything from the stove burning too low of a temperature or some other burning issues that may happen, you could get your scraper and just clean it off the back walls. And then once you get it nice and clean, the heat will burn any of that off as well. To put it back, there's two little pieces right here. Those go on the right side, and this hole lines up with the screw hole in there that the wing nut attaches to. And then we put that back. Dump the ashes. Make sure they are nice and cool. No fires wanted. If it is not cool and it's still hot, we always advise put it on your driveway, put it on a concrete part of your garage. Just nowhere near combustibles, not on your porch. Do not cause any headaches for yourself. And then we would put the ash pan back. This burn pot just slides right back in. And you'll be able to see right behind it, there's the hole that the auger comes through. As long as it's lined up with that, it's on correctly. Remember, the short part of this faces forward. Goes right in there. And then last but not least is the cover for your burn pot. This goes right back. Drops in. And your Lopi Deerfield is now cleaned, or your AGP or your AGP insert is now cleaned, and you are good to go. If there are any other further questions or concerns, you could always call us at Higgins, or if there's need for further service, give our service department a call, and we'll be out to you as soon as we can to fix you up and get you warm. Aside from that, burn safely, stay warm this winter, and we'll see you next video. Thank you.